When it comes to weddings, everybody wants the perfect day. But unless you have access to unlimited funds, it's I do, but at what cost?
Well, my wedding's in less than 2 weeks. I don't know what I want to do if I don't have any dresses. Friggin' unbelievable.
The wedding is in 2 weeks?
Yes, in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
And we needed like 30.
Oh gosh, Trudy, I didn't know that.
We didn't expect 70 extra guests to show up.
They don't have enough tables. It was literally a frenzy at the last minute.
I know you're a guy, just repeat what I said.
I'm going to be divorced in 2 days.
Do you want to see him and talk to him or no?
Nope, don't want to see him right now.
Weddings are a pleasure. Weddings are a panic. Weddings are a pricey proposition. Meet Peter and Trudy, just married. They had both a traditional Vietnamese wedding and a Western ceremony. Let's look back at what they faced in the weeks leading up to their big day.
My name is Trudy. I'm 27 years old. I have 2 younger sisters. I met Peter 10 years ago, and we're high school sweethearts. I've always wanted to feel like a princess at my wedding. This is the story of my big day.
Weddings and money, like Peter and Trudy, an inseparable combination. But can one exist without the other? At the end of the show, we'll let you know how much their perfect wedding cost.
I was happy with the whole entire ceremony. It was elegant. I looked like a princess. Just everything about the wedding just made it look very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful, luxurious. Just, it looked like a very classy wedding.
It was a beautiful wedding, but people, this is not a fairy tale, and I am not your fairy godmother. Let's start at the beginning and see what really happened.
We decided to use a wedding planner because of the 2 weddings that we had, one being the Vietnamese traditional tea ceremony in the morning, and then the Western one, which was for me. But because we had to organize both of those weddings on the same day, we needed some help.
Meet Angelique, the wedding planner. With over 10 years' experience, she was ready for anything Trudy and Peter could dish out.
Sometimes my vision isn't their vision, but sometimes I know from experience. And as that old adage says, mother knows best. In this case, a wedding planner does know best. Peter, Trudy, why don't you give me an idea of what you see for your wedding, an overall view? Just kind of let me vision it.
I'm not sure what we actually, I'm picturing something that's very elegant.
Okay.
Originally, I wanted the wedding to be at a banquet hall, but with Peter's mom, being very traditional, she wanted it at a Chinese restaurant.
It's because we're the first child to be married with, so that's why she wants to be at the wedding. It want to be a traditional, not a banquet hall.
But you can have traditional at a banquet hall.
To please the couple and the parents is never a easy feat. You have 2 visions, and it's my job to unify them and create an overall vision that pleases both parties. I think maybe having a happy medium might be nice. Is there some place that you like that would work, that maybe your mother would also appreciate?
No.
Okay.
Both parents will want their firstborn to have the most elaborate wedding possible, so it's a lot of pressure for both sides of the parents as well to sort of show off their son or their daughter. Peter's parents felt that if we had a wedding at a banquet hall, that a lot of their guests would not attend. So ultimately, we had to have it at a Chinese restaurant.
My mom just wanted a traditional way. Since I'm the oldest of the family, it's just something for her.
Now, what time is your dinner starting? What time would you like it to start?
It's supposed to start at 7 o'clock.
And how many courses?
We're looking at 10 courses.
Oh, wow. 10 courses, starting at 7 o'clock for how many people?
150? 150, yeah,
150.
around there.
Is this going to be a buffet style or plated service?
Plated service.
Wow. So, have you found a wedding dress yet, or are you still looking?
No, I actually found a wedding dress in the States already, so I had it ordered and it's going to be shipped over here.
Can I ask what you've paid for it? It gives me an idea.
Well, I actually got it on sale for $2,000.
What?
He is paying for the bulk of the wedding cost, so I'm sometimes making decisions not thinking about the fact that he's paying for it.
That's a little over your budget, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, most dresses are $2,000.
Frequently with weddings that I do, the brides usually have a tendency to go out and buy their dress without the groom even knowing. They go with their mother, or they go with their girlfriends, they find the dress, they fall in love, and boom, they buy it. There's no discussion about budget, and I come across this quite a bit. What else do you have? Do you have a cake already?
Well, what happened is that we had a lady who was going to do the cake, but unfortunately,
She went into labor.
she went into labor early, so I don't have a cake anymore.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh, okay. So I guess that's going to be something we're going to have to work on is getting you a cake, right?
Yes, right away.
So really, I'm getting an idea of what you're looking for, and I think you're looking for a very elegant wedding. I think you're looking for something with a lot of tradition. However, you don't want tradition to be the focus of this.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a theme of some pink and stargazer lilies. You're doing your tea ceremony, your photographs right after that, right?
That's right, yeah.
And then going right into your formal ceremony again, and then into dinner.
And then to dinner.
And then into the dance. A lot of this is going to really depend on your budget. And speaking of that, I think I'd like to ask for your budget at this time.
Yep, I have our budget right here.
Remember, it's I do, but at what cost?
Okay. I guess we have some work to do.
Yep, we do.
Cake was free,
The hall was
the
free.
hall was free,
And the dinner at $10 a plate for
it was $10 a
$160.
plate. So we were probably at a total cost of $3,000.
I would say $3,000 would be the very most.
I had brand new shoes.
Well, I had brand new everything.
When you're planning to walk down the aisle, it's I do, but at what cost?
Well, I actually got it on sale for $2,000.
What?
There are no limits to what a bride can spend. At the end of the show, we'll reveal what our newlyweds paid to live happily ever after.
We were looking to spend maybe $250 maximum on a wedding cake, just because Asian people don't eat wedding cake.
Wedding cake.
What Peter didn't realize is that Trudy wasn't taking him to some ordinary baker for their wedding cake. No. She took him to a top-of-the-line cake designer. Ooh la la.
I just knew I wanted one of her cakes. Regardless of how much it was going to cost, I knew I wanted one of her cakes. Oh my God.
Do you have any ideas what you like
Well,
in
I
a
was
wedding
looking
cake?
for maybe a 4-tiered cake.
Okay.
Now, because Asian people don't eat a lot of wedding cake, I don't want the whole thing to be real.
Right. A wedding cake is probably the second most important purchase after the wedding gown. Usually they're surprised by the price, but I tell them, look at your overall budget, decide how much you want to spend, and then decide how important is the wedding cake.
The wedding is in 2 weeks. Now, for 20...
The wedding is in 2
Yes,
weeks.
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Talk about last minute.
Usually people book 6 to 9 months in advance for a summer wedding. Their wedding is fast approaching, and I don't have a lot of time, which means I will steer her towards a design that we can make in a speedy fashion, that we can make quickly, that looks beautiful, but at the same time is not labor intensive.
Money seemed to be no object for Trudy, especially when Peter was footing the bill.
Good.
The dress absolutely made me feel like a princess. It had sort of like the Cinderella ball gown effect. It actually worked out really well in the end because I did have a princess wedding.
I feel like a prince too.
With a pocketbook of a pauper after paying for that dress.
I had in total 4 wedding dresses. The Vietnamese traditional one in the morning for the tea ceremony, the wedding gown for the Western ceremony, the Chinese one for dinner, and then my evening gown.
She looked beautiful in it.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, a lot of outfits for just one day. A good thing Trudy was able to cut costs with the bridesmaids' dresses. But sometimes you get what you pay for.
At one point, I didn't think my bridesmaids were gonna have anything to wear.
The dresses haven't arrived yet.
What do you mean they haven't arrived yet?
This was unpredictable because it's a typhoon, so...
Right,
you know,
but why were the dresses even sent to Shanghai to begin with? I thought they were being made here.
No, they're made in Shanghai. I thought I told you that from the beginning. We do alterations here, but they're actually made in Shanghai. So that's the only way we can offer you such a good price.
Well, my wedding's in less than 2 weeks. I don't know what I want to do if I don't have any dresses. This is friggin' unbelievable.
Another good reason for bridesmaids. Back up. You go, Trudy.
Are the dresses here? Tell me they're here.
They're here.
Thank God. I mean, luckily the dresses arrived 3 days before the wedding, and the girls looked phenomenal. When we first went in to inspect the restaurant, we thought it was going to be a little bit small. We didn't know if it was going to accommodate all of our guests.
The whole restaurant we can fit like 28 tables.
28? Okay, so that's 280 people then?
Yes.
Okay, so that should be enough.
Ha! Enough if you knew how many you had actually invited.
Our original, I guess, number was 150 people, and now we're pushing towards 200 and up.
That's 50 more people who might be late. This is just something I'm faced with crises like these. However, these aren't the pleasant moments.
You know, you're normally used to seeing roses at weddings, and we had so many different types of flowers. It made my jaw drop when I walked into the restaurant.
But probably not as far as Peter's when you handed him the bill for them.
I didn't expect it to cost that much.
We have 22 tables.
Yes, we do. So I want my guests to come in and say, holy crap, those are beautiful. So can you do what I'm envisioning for $3,000? Can you make that happen?
I would hesitate. If you can come up with 5,000, that would be much better.
That's a little much. We're talking about adding $2,000 to the budget.
I mean, I'm a little uneasy about spending the extra $2,000, but flowers are important, you know, and you know that.
Absolutely.
And,
I think it's a nice idea of having something that's maybe grand and elegant for a wow factor for your guests.
Yeah.
But we have to really consider what's coming in.
Here we are. I have a gorgeous opulent look. And we have just...
Look at that one.
Yes,
Those would be
beautiful hydrangeas,
okay.
double lisianthus, gorgeous roses. And I think that will create that look
Oh, it
of
smells so
opulence.
nice. That's beautiful.
We had set up a follow-up meeting so we could discuss a little bit more in detail with the florist. At that point, Trudy didn't show. I'm sitting there with the lovely florist lady, and we didn't have any inclination as to where she was. She didn't return a phone call to me. She didn't even call to let the florist know that she wasn't able to attend. I haven't been getting a lot of communication back from you, Trudy. I know you're busy, and I understand this is a very stressful time, but you and I need to be in way closer communication because we had a meeting at the florist, and you had missed that. And so I went ahead and pretty much ordered what you wanted. Was it going to be shades
So what did we
of?
go with, though? Well, sorry, what did you go with?
Well, I went with shades of pink.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that okay?
That's fine. Now, in terms of the extra boutonnieres that we had to order,
We wanted 14 boutonnieres or
well, no, we needed 14 from Peter's mom's side, and we needed like 30 on my side.
What?
Yeah, 30, because I spoke to my mom.
Oh gosh, Trudy, I didn't know that.
I know,
So
I
you're
just found out. I just
So we
found
need-
out. 44.
Okay, it might not happen. I'm really concerned about the evening. I don't think it's gonna come through the way she's hoping. And again, I just think this is starting to unravel.
I'm so frustrated right now. Like, literally, I just want this thing to be over with.
We were married in the evening at Christ Church in Mimico. We had the wedding reception in my mom and dad's backyard. And
You're not gonna get all emotional or anything,
no,
right?
There are no limits to what a bride will do. And for Trudy, it was all about having the wedding of her dreams. At the end of the show, you'll see what dreams are really made of. Cold, hard cash. All the ingredients to pull off the perfect day were in place. The designer cake had been ordered, the outfits had been chosen, and the flowers were arranged. So, did they forget anything? Oh yeah, whether or not they could afford to pay for this wedding.
So on the night of the rehearsal, I mean, everything was intense.
You're almost there.
I had reached my breaking point. The planning of the wedding had taken a toll on me, and I was so stressed out.
Take 5 minutes.
Okay. I need an hour.
No, just take 5 minutes. Here, we'll stand right here. Okay, so what's going on?
Just everything.
A lot of stress, right? Just a lot of things building up right now. A lot of things that you feel like are going wrong, right? And it's okay. These things are all gonna happen, right? The day of the wedding, I want you to be able to sit back and I want you to relax. And I want you to know that if there's something that goes wrong, don't worry about it, because I'll take care of it. Nobody needs to come to you and tell you that this is missing and that has gone wrong. You don't need to solve problems on that day because you're the bride, okay? Right now, you're feeling the stresses of everything. So you go in, we're gonna get started now. You're gonna be all fixed up.
Okay, hello, everybody.
Everybody,
Hello.
the order is as this. Charlie and Nancy first. Alex and T. And then Trudy and your father. Okay. Is that how you'd like it? Yeah. Just like that, okay?
Trudy was running late because of her hair.
No, it was my sister's hair. Remember?
Wow.
She was one I was waiting for. Hello.
Hey, you guys ready?
We're still in the salon.
You're heading back to the house right now?
Yeah,
Well, I can't be at your house before you.
I know. I'm still in the salon.
Hurry up, please.
Peter's gonna have a cow if I don't get there. We gotta go now. Called you? Yeah, he called me like 15 minutes ago. He's already there. He's there? He's there. He's been there for like a half an hour waiting for me. He's gonna kill me. Just breathe. Just breathe. This is not a good start.
We're in a tight schedule right now. So we gotta finish the tea ceremony before 11 o'clock. And we got like 60 minutes.
It was a very emotional ceremony. We managed to pull it off and it finished before 11, which means good luck, I guess.
That's one ceremony down, one more to go.
I was unbelievably stressed out.
It's Peter's mom.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
He's waiting for us.
Let's go. I arrived at the park to take the wedding photos.
Peter!
Here, man. Hurry up.
We arrived late already, half an hour, so that cut into our photography time.
Aren't you gonna be in the picture?
No, immediate family. Sucks, man. We're paying for a photographer to take pictures and
There was 4 other weddings going on.
at the same time, so we weren't able to actually get the spots that we wanted to take the pictures in. Why? We're supposed to do all of our pictures there, but there's people there right now, that's why.
So when you kick them out?
We can't kick them out. They have a permit to take pictures here as well. That's why we can't kick them out.
Well, we do have a permit too, and they're taking most of the time.
I didn't expect it to rain. I mean, it sort of, spitted in the beginning. Then we ended up having to leave early because it started raining a lot harder.
So I was a half an hour late for the wedding. And I guess Dave thought I wasn't gonna show.
You're worth it, babe.
When you're planning to walk down the aisle, it's I do, but at what cost?
This dress is just not falling properly right now.
No matter what the budget, is it ever big enough? Soon we'll reveal what our couple, Trudy and Peter, spent to pull off their big day.
When we arrived at the restaurant for the second ceremony, we were expecting, it to be smooth sailing throughout the night. And it definitely didn't turn out that way.
She's here! She's here!
Peter's entire side of his family isn't here yet. It is 5 after 6. The ceremony was supposed to start at 6. There's nobody here from Peter's side. His parents are here, but nobody else. We've got 5 minutes still. They might all show up right on time. I know we have to keep Trudy happy, but we also have to make you happy too.
Yeah.
Do you want your family here?
Yeah, well.
It's important, right?
Yes.
He's a little upset because his family's not here yet. And he doesn't want to start until they're here. But
Has he called them?
Yes,
tell them that everyone's here?
Everybody's calling them. He doesn't want to start because he says his side's empty and it's gonna. Oh my God. So he says he'd like to wait.
You cannot control this. Okay? This is them. This is their family. Okay?
Yeah, I'm marrying into the family.
I know. She's really stressed right now. Just say, baby, I'm not mad at you. Okay? It's a stressful day. I understand. Okay? I know you're a guy. Just repeat what I said.
I'm gonna be divorced in 2 days.
Do you want to see him and talk to him or no?
Nope, don't want to see him right now.
All right, we won't have you see him right now.
Breathe, Trudy, breathe. After all, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. Aisle.
We are starting in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay?
That's great.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, it's a go. 5 minutes.
The ceremony started an hour late. When I saw Trudy walk down the aisle, I just got emotional.
I remember that. I, Trudy, choose you, Peter, to be my husband.
With all that I am, I honor you.
The reception was phenomenal,
We had a blast.
but we
did
didn't
it.
expect 70 extra guests to show up.
How did 70 extra people just happen to show up?
They don't have enough tables. People were showing up at the last minute. They have no tables in the building. We've used everything. We had to pull in some square tables, add more chairs, do another place setting. It was literally a frenzy at the last minute.
I don't want to do it again, ever again.
It was a great experience. Once in a lifetime experience.
That's only once, exactly.
The wedding was fabulous, but uh-oh, here comes the bill.
The original budget that we handed Angelique was
$45,000.
Angelique, our wedding planner, was amazing. Her fee was $1,900.
I gotta admit, the flower looks beautiful. It cost $6,000.
The cake was so good, it was definitely worth the $2,500.
The restaurant, including food and alcohol, came to $29,933.
I loved my gown and the 3 other dresses I bought. It was totally worth the $3,750 that I spent.
The additional costs, which such as photographers, transportation, DJ, cost us $14,729.
We actually spent $60,012. So we went over budget by $15,012.
I don't know. I don't want to think how I'm going to pay for this.
Well, at least not until after the honeymoon. But we'll be okay.
The couple is happy, the budget is spent, the expectations were met. The only question left is, who do I have to kill to get a piece of that cake?
I don't really think that you have to spend a lot of money to have a beautiful wedding.
When did you change your mind?
If you care for each other, you make it work.
That's gonna leave a mark.